Hey, so this is super fresh. Morning, sir. I didn't know that I could do live on YouTube, but apparently I can, so I'm going to do it right now. Here's the story. This guy, MrCommaD, right here, Scale Designs by MrCommaD. This guy right here, he's been making some totally incredible scale accessory stuff. Incredible, like, I mean, actually to scale. So, for instance, he's making a TJ, or I think it's a TJ or a YJ for himself. And so, therefore, he made this scale motor for it, which was totally crazy and awesome. And then the more incredible part is that he's making these, like, accessories that go with it, which are also, like, absolutely bonkers. And I don't know, like, I've talked to you guys about this before, but I can't get the print quality that he's getting. This here is like an air breather. That's a scale, the actual proper scale of an air breather that goes on the 4-liter EFI Jeep engine. This is totally incredible, okay? Now, this is just like, I'm just touching the tip of the iceberg here because I just got this box in right now. Literally, it came right now. And I'm going to dig this open and see what's all in here, but I'm pretty sure I know what this is. So, I ordered up some totally amazing motor bits to go into my MFab Bronco. And we've talked about the MFab Bronco 1,000 times. Where, of course, there's a picture of the Bronco right there on the banner. And there's one that's finished. I'm going to open this one first. The bench is a mess, I'm sorry, but I absolutely had to do this, like, right now. I didn't want to wait at all to get this stuff opened up and see what's in here. Now, I ordered up a Ford-specific V8 from MrCommaD to put into my MFab Bronco. This is amazing. And the cool part is that he actually measured up all the stuff. Hey, everybody. He measured up all of the stuff for the C-Max, and he measured up the engine bay and all that stuff for the actual MFab Bronco, and so the result is an officially properly scaled motor. And this is what I really wanted to see. So, oh man, dude, this thing is unreal. So, basically what he did is he created a legitimate Ford block with motorsport valve covers, with motorsport air breather on the carburetor. It's all striped the correct way, and he's actually made like a literal scale replica motor, okay? The cast iron exhaust manifolds are actually correct for the motor. So when you're staring down into the engine bay of one of these old-fashioned trucks, you're gonna see that. This is what you're gonna see, you know? Of course, 540 can sits right in the middle. He's got the 90-degree block on there. He's got the bottom view sorted because there's the proper oil pan on it. Little tiny hole in the front of the engine bay, or the oil pan, I guess, to get the motor wires out, should you need to. And here's the cool part. This is actually done in a bunch of different pieces. So what you're seeing right here is an assembled version. There's screws right here in the bottom. You can see underneath the head area, in the cylinder block area, there's actually screws right there. There, you can see them there. There's screws there that actually attach from the bottom up. They attach the heads on, so like the whole motor is actually put together in different pieces, so that when you get it in pieces like this. He individually wraps everything. So there's an exhaust manifold right there. And this manifold could now be weathered and painted and rusted, and just it could become something perfectly scaled out. And then when you do your when you do your final assembly, you've actually already got all the different pieces separated, and then they just go together, and it's really easy to paint. I think that's probably the most amazing part about this whole thing. The valve covers, I mean, no compromise, right? The valve cover is literally a separate valve cover, separate from the head, in the exact way that it would have been in the real truck. So if you take the valve cover off, it comes with the flange and everything already on the valve cover. You know, the head is separate, the intake manifold is separate. Now check this out. Because MrCommaD, thankfully, is a really respectable scale truck builder, in the bottom of the intake manifold, he's got two holes right here. You see those? Those are channels that go all the way inside the motor can and come out the top here so that you can run your motor wires up from the top of the motor can, and then they come out the back of the intake manifold here in case you're not able to use these this exit here. So I'm just totally like blown away that finally we have this quality of print available. And the reason that this kind of blows my mind is because, you know, Canada is a huge country with not a lot of people in it, and this is a 100% Canadian product. I just want to prove to the whole world right here in this little video that in Canada we have literally the highest quality design and print that you can possibly get right here in Canada. So super proud to have one of these, and I just cannot wait. I simply cannot wait to get this thing weathered up and installed in my C-Max Bronco. You should also know that there's a starter on here, and it's even got the correct hole on the starter, the solenoid cap. Like, all of the stuff is just the design work on this definitely sends this to another level. Like, it's as nice quality as what you get from an MFAB Bronco body, for instance, with that level of detail. The alternator has all the different cooling fins on it, and it's got the appropriate brackets, and like, it's just amazing. The water pump is correct. It's totally amazing. Anyway, my mind is completely blown. Super thankful to have MrCommaD V8 here ready to go into my MFAB Bronco, and that's what I'm going to be doing today. I'm going to tear down take the servo off of my MFAB Bronco, and then my 3D printed Shapeways motor, slide that out, and I'm going to attach this onto my MFAB C-Max Bronco, and I'll post some pictures, and maybe I'll do a little pan video and stuff afterwards. I'm going to install this without weathering it first, because I want to make sure that it all fits. We measured and stuff back and forth to make sure that everything was going to fit, and I'm pretty sure it does. But we also need to find out that there's no changes to make on it, and then once I find out it slides on and everything's perfect, I will definitely get this weathered up and drop it into my engine bay, and then I can actually finish the engine bay on the Bronco, which is going to be just bonkers. Really excited about that. Thanks again for watching. Interesting that I can do live YouTube on the bench. I didn't know that. The other thing I should talk about today is not something that's from MrCommaD, but I've been working pretty hard on this. This is my SCX2. You guys are familiar with this. I've done some videos on it. It's already been running and stuff out in the wild. But now I've got a new set of mounts for it. There's a new front plate here with two side magnets. And then there's this huge rear bumper bar here that I've just created. And this actually goes into this big Wagoneer. Basically, this is my XJ hard body, what would have been Team Raffy at the time or something like that. And this is from JS Scale, of course, who does all the wood grain details. They do the fenders, they do all that stuff. So from JS Scale, I got this. And now I can join these two together in a really quick fashion because I've got the body mounts made up. So I'm pretty excited about that. This thing here just literally sits inside. It captures inside the back bumper, and then it also captures in the front, and then we're done. So there we go. I drop my hood on here, and I have my SCX2 with the 12.3 wheelbase is all set up and ready to go on this, and this thing is like rock solid. I am going to try to make up some floor pan stuff for this and inner fenders and try to get it covered underneath so I can finish the interior. I'm right in the middle of putting the body panels inside, so and then I'll get the dash in and all that stuff. And I've got my OT6 tires on here, which look amazing, by the way. I've never used these before, but I hear lots of good stories about them. This is the 419 KLR AT. So pretty excited to get this going. That's been on the bench here for a good little while, and I'm going to move that thing out of the way in a real hurry and get going on my MrCommaD motor. And cheers, guys. Thanks for watching. And be sure to comment. I'll try to answer all your questions in the comment section there. So cheers. Have a great day. Wonder how you stop this thing now.